If we're being honest, Cube Entertainment's 2024 numbers are insane. We're talking over $168 million in sales, a world tour that made millions, and YouTube revenue pouring in like champagne. But here's the real question, where is all that money going? It's obvious that each member of I-DLE is getting some serious cash of her own, but who's the richest of them all? At number 5, we've got Shuhua with a net worth of $1.5 million. Now here's the thing about Shuhua, she might be pulling the smallest check in the group, but even her smallest could make most of us retire early. As the youngest member of I-DLE, Shuhua hasn't fully gone off on solo ventures yet, but don't get it twisted, her account is not crying. Most of her income comes from the group's work. We're talking about albums flying off the shelves, concerts packed to the brim, and endorsement deals so glossy they could blind you. And yes, that money gets split 5 ways, but guess what? Even a fifth of the I-DLE empire is still a lot of zeros. And let's not forget the commercials. Shuhua's face has popped up in major collabs with Kaja Cosmetics, Aki Classic Sneakers, and Lens Me contact lenses. Plus, fun fact, she starred in a Rising Star Cosmetics music video before her debut. The girl was basically born for the brand game. Now, while she hasn't dropped solo music or starred in a Netflix drama yet, her earnings from group royalties and modeling deals keep her set. She's playing the long game, so when she does go solo, you better watch your wallets because Shuhua might just leapfrog half this list. But moving on, because the next member's bag is stacked a little higher. At number 4, we have Miyeon with a net worth of $2 million. Miyeon is that one girl who acts all low-key, but meanwhile, she's out here collecting brand deals like it's a sport. The main vocalist of the group has been making money moves so subtly, you'd blink and miss them, but her bank account is wide awake. Of course, she's got her fair share from I-DLE's main gigs, tours, album sales, and international fan meets. But then she decided, why stop there and turn to solo branding? In 2022, Miyeon became the ambassador for Espoir, which is already fancy. But then she added Be Wants, and suddenly she was the face of every beauty aisle worth walking down. By 2023, she leveled up again when Jimmy Choo tapped her. She also modeled for J. Estina handbags alongside Minnie because, well, luxury loves company. By 2024, she said, let's go even harder. She signed deals with Shenyang Soju and Wake Make, basically dominating the ad scene like it's her full-time job. Not to mention her work as an MC and radio host pulling in 6-figure gigs with her silky voice and sharp style. Oh, and just casually, she released her debut mini-album My Drive, did OSTs for hit dramas, and even voiced a character in KDA, the League of Legends virtual pop group. At this point, she's one skincare line away from being unstoppable. If you like what you're seeing, be sure to comment below who you think is the richest of them all, and like and subscribe for more content like this. But now we're stepping into boss level money. At number 3, we've got Soyeon with a net worth of $4 million. The leader, the producer, the hitmaker, and the all-around genius of I-DLE. Her main flex is songwriting royalties, and not just for I-DLE, she's out here penning bangers for CLC, JBJ, and Chinese Key, just to name drop a few. These aren't minor tracks either, these are chart toppers. And every time one plays, she gets richer. She once casually mentioned earning about $770,000 in one busy month. Fans lost their minds when she said that, and honestly, it's understandable. But Soyeon isn't just earning money from the studio, she's also got solo music out there. Remember Windy in 2023? It was weird, wild, and totally her. And don't even get us started on her TV appearances. She led a team to victory on Street Woman Fighter 2, smashed it on variety shows, and popped up in hilarious cameos that keep her screen time and paychecks on lock. Plus, she dipped into fashion. She became an ambassador for UGG boots in 2023, bringing cozy chaos to winter fashion with that cool girl edge only Soyeon can pull off. At the end of the day, Soyeon's money machine is running on creativity, talent, and some seriously smart business decisions. Whether she's in the studio, on a set, or doing a brand deal, the checks just keep rolling in. And now you're probably wondering, if this is number 3, just how loaded are the top 2? At number 2 is Song Yuqi with a net worth of $4 to $6 million. And it's climbing faster than you think because Yuqi is the definition of doing the most. Seriously, blink and she's already booked 3 TV shows, dropped a single, and secured another brand deal. If you thought she was just the quirky girl in I-DLE, think again. She's a whole businesswoman with dual citizenship in the worlds of K-pop and Chinese television stardom. Sure, she's cashing those sweet group checks that include album royalties, tour cuts, promo earnings, but the real coin started flowing when Yuqi looked at the solo lane and floored the gas. Over in China, she's basically a national treasure. We're talking full-blown celebrity, co-hosting massive TV shows like Keep Running and Learn Way, stealing scenes, making people laugh, and getting primetime FaceTime that's worth more than gold. And just when you thought that was impressive, she snatched the mic again. Yuqi performed the official Chinese theme song for the Transformers 1 release, which is the kind of gig that doesn't just fall in your lap. And then came April 2024 2024, mark the calendar because that's when she dropped her solo mini album Yuqi, a whole sonic moment that had fans screaming, crying, and throwing their wallets at her merch stand. And she didn't stop there. She dropped a Chinese single 1 for Transformers like she was just casually saving pop music on her days off. But hold up, because the fashion world noticed too. In January 2024, she pulled the move of all moves and became a brand ambassador for Fendi. That's not just a campaign, that's high fashion royalty because usually you have to be in your A-list luxury bag to land that one. But Yuqi simply strolled in with a grin and a mic and took it. On the side, she's sprinkling in campaigns with Chinese streetwear label Takeover and Japanese skincare giant Anessa, just because she can. And let's not forget that her Instagram is a whole marketing machine. With millions of followers and content polished to influencer perfection, you know her sponsored posts are making her rich enough to buy the algorithm. Also, she co-wrote multiple idol songs too. So every time their music hits, her royalty check gets a little fatter. Add it all up, and you've got a net worth estimated between $4 and $6 million, and honestly, that's probably conservative. But just when you thought she might be the ultimate idol moneymaker, the final reveal is about to come in swinging. At number 1 stands Minnie, with a net worth of $4 to $5 million, with a side of generational wealth. This girl isn't just rich, she started getting rich, left it all behind, and then got even richer on her own terms. Born into a wealthy Thai family, Minnie could have easily stayed put in her high society bubble, sipping tea in her Bangkok mansion, but she said, "Let me risk it all to become a K-pop idol." And somehow, she turned her leap of faith into a full-on financial takeover. First, she secured her position as the main vocalist of I-DLE, so from day one, she's been getting her cut of every album sold, every concert staged, and every comeback promoted. But Minnie didn't stop at group activities. She stepped into the spotlight solo, and the brands lined up. In 2024, Minnie was named the Asia ambassador for 3CE Cosmetics, which was the real moment, and then came Skin You, a body care line from the mega conglomerate Amore Pacific. With Minnie's face on your lotion bottle, who wouldn't want to moisturize? But the real luxury glow-up is her flirtation with the high fashion gods. Gucci, Miu Miu, and Chanel are just some of the brands she has worked with. She's been booked and shot for fashion spreads that belong in museums. And spoiler alert, those brand collabs aren't for free. Each photo shoot probably pays more than your annual salary. Still not impressed? Well, let's throw in a little music success too. In 2025, Minnie finally got into her solo era and released her mini album, Her. And it wasn't just a soft debut, it sold around 84,000 copies in its first week. She even snagged a Music Bank trophy for it. You know what that means, bonus checks and bragging rights. And because Minnie is an overachiever, she decided to dip into acting too. Remember the sitcom So Not Worth It? Yeah, she was in that, and she's not stopping at dramas. She even teamed up with Anne-Marie on a collab track in 2023 that had the whole internet doing double takes. Now let's talk Instagram because her account is a full-on commercial. 8 million followers, and every post is practically a brand campaign in disguise. With that kind of audience, even her selfies are probably under contract. So between the family money, the group earnings, the solo album sales, the fashion campaigns, the skincare deals, the acting gigs, and the influencer empire, Minnie is sitting at the very top.